Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome to the 15th episode of the World History and Geography GCast as presented by Gibsonian Institute. We're almost there. I know we've been really chugging along at this unit for a really long time. Today, we are going to submit your final paper on the project. And then one other thing is going to be introduced, a bio video. But before we can get into any of those details, we first got to do our Monday ritual. That's the New York Times Country of the Week. And in honor of the 8th graders class of 2020, their time is coming to an end here, just a few more weeks. We will be covering the Cold War in 8th grade, and currently they're coming up with the Vietnam War. So how much do you know about Vietnam? There's 5 questions. Let's get those 5 correct answers. Take your screenshot, send it over to me. I went 4 for 5. Again, not really hitting the mark. The standard's 5, right? So not hitting my expectations, but we'll get there. I do look forward to seeing those of you that do get the 5 for 5. So make sure you take the screenshot, send it over, and we'll get started with what I'm looking for with your final submission. I'll walk you through that process and then also the bio video that I mentioned. All right, so let's get started. All right, so as I mentioned, today I'm going to walk you through the final submission for the paper today and then walking you through the expectations for the bio video. So what I've got pulled up here is from the episode 12 Salon project research paper draft. This is a perfect example of this student example. I've taken the name out for their confidentiality. So we see here we've got an intro, body paragraph, conclusion, and a perfectly edited bibliography. All right, all the way down to the periods at the end, period after the end of the title. Nice job, whoever wrote this. All right, so what you're going to do, Control A, which is going to select all, copy. You're going to pull up the document posted in the new document, which is going to be titled Salon Project Research Paper Final. All right, so it'll be in episode 15's post, and then you're going to paste it, and it'll keep the editing. It'll be perfectly the same. One thing we do have to change. Well, nope, we're good. We got this. One thing that you will have to change is go into the header. Make sure you put your name, right? Take out the brackets, so you don't need to leave the brackets in there. All right, today's date, April 27th, 2020. All right, and you're ready to submit. Give it one more look over, make sure it grammatically makes sense, make sure you got your citations correct, make sure you put all the information in. It's not your rough draft, it's all the current edits. All right, so make sure it's ready to submit. This is what I'm grading. All right, turn that in. Check. You're off. You're good. All right. Second thing up to do, bio video. All right. So this is going to be a 1.5 to 4 minute video. All right. You see that right there. 1.5 to 4 minutes. And this is the final part of the project. All right. And it's going to basically tell the story of your character. What we were supposed to do, if you remember when I mentioned, was a kind of wax museum that you were going to have. The whole school was going to come see, and you were going to, hey, I'm David Hume, and this is my story, all right? Unfortunately, I can't orchestrate that now, but we can make a video. So you won't have to perform as many times, but you will have to perform once. There is a strict deadline, all capital letters, all right? Tuesday, 8 p.m. Any videos turned in after the deadline will receive a late penalty because I need to have enough time to organize the videos, which is for the last part of this part, all right, the final part of this project. So you're going to respond to some of these videos. I need to organize those videos into folders so that you can view them. If you're turning it in on Wednesday and I'm assigning it Wednesday, there's no way that I can get the videos out. You're going to have to get a late penalty, all right? So that's just, I'm not trying to take points away. It's just I need this deadline so that I can turn around and get this stuff back to you. And as it is, 8 p.m. is fairly late in the day, especially for school day that begins at 8 a.m. So let's move on to how to make a video. use the webcam, accessed for your Chromebooks. A lot of you have already done this before, maybe sometimes in class when you're not supposed to be. Regardless, that's water under the bridge. I need you to access it that way. All right, you just got to record it on there. That's all you need to do. You don't need to do any fancy editing or any kind of crazy transitions or anything like that. If you want to, you certainly can. But as long as you give me a simple recording of your biography, perfect. All right. If you have trouble accessing this, ask a friend or email me. All right, I'll be able to help you out. But a lot of you have already accessed this. I'm sure you could figure that out. It's not like a hidden thing. All right. Now, a checklist to guide your video. All right. Notice here, some of your responses might actually cover multiple checklist items. You don't have to hit every checklist, but this is to help get you to at least a minute and a half. And I really think a minute and a half is short. I wanted to make it a 2-minute requirement, but I don't want people stressing over it. So minute and a half, I think, is very gracious. A lot of you should be getting close to 3 minutes. That'd be ideal. 3 minutes, perfect. So first, we got to know who you are and where you're from. All right. What are you most known for? Explain this in great detail, because you're not just say, hey, I was known for writing a book. What's the book? What's it called? What was it about? Give me all those details. All right. Did people like the book? Did people not like the book? As much as you can. Answer your first bio sketch question, which is your first body paragraph. Answer the second bio sketch question, second body paragraph. All right. Just kind of summarize it. What's the question? What's your answer? What's your evidence? All right. It's kind of straightforward. What's your major beliefs? What does your person really have an opinion on? This could be religion, philosophy, economics, traveling, anything that they had a belief in, that they felt really opinionated in. And you should know this, right? Because you've been studying them for about a month already. So explain that in detail, of course. What's the most interesting thing about you? Again, use detail. If you have a good story to tell, that'd be great. If you had a story that you could tell about your person, that's really interesting. All right, I'm really looking for something like that. And then lastly, make sure you tell me what's your legacy. How did you make an impact on the world? All these people, we know their name. Why do we know their name? How else, right? Not everyone's getting remembered in history, but these people had their names written down and we remember them. We're studying them. So why do they have a legacy? What is their legacy? All right. And then finally, you are not required to dress up or use props or special effects, but it is a surefire way to grab my interest. So I strongly support the idea of dressing up or using props or special effects, anything. Dazzle, razzle dazzle. I love it. Okay. You know me. I'm dressing up in wigs and I'm jumping on top of tables. I like a good show. All right. Now, I was going to have you dress up for the Wax Museum. I'm gonna relax on here. So not a requirement, but I would love to see someone step up to the plate. Show me who's got it in them. Keep in mind, the more information you give me, the better odds of earning a higher score, right? Dazzle me with the detail. If you give me just a little bit of stuff, I want to give you a good grade, but you got to make sure you give me stuff that I can work with. If you give me a lot of stuff, that means it's hard for me to be like, well, you didn't do this right? If you give me a lot of information, it's all good information. It's hard for me to deny giving you that great grade. But if you only give me little bits, you barely get across the line, it's to be tough, because if you make one mistake, it's already starting to, there's not as much to kind of cover you. All right. If you have any questions about this, email me or comment on the video or come visit me during office hours, 12:30 to 1. I think this is going to be an exciting finish to the project. I know we get started with our next topic after this. All right, so this week finishes our unit. Other than that, I look forward to hearing from you again soon, and have a good rest of your day.